Welcome back, everybody. Today we are working on a Toro CCR 2400E. It's a 4 horsepower motor and it's a snowblower. And customer wants me to replace the primer bulb on it. So I have taken out 3 of the screws here, and here, which all that does is remove the control panel, basically the control panel instructions, which actually somebody sawed that off. I don't know why they would saw that off when you just had to take the 3 screws out. Why would you saw that in half? I don't get that. But anyway, it takes the cover off of the control panel, but the control panel itself, the metal part of it, is still left behind. So I had to take the end of the pull rope off because it wouldn't fit through the hole of the plastic. And that was right there. Been nice if it was that hole. Alright, so I still can't get to the back side of the control panel because they didn't put the control panel frame on the outside of this with a couple of screws. They put it underneath this with a couple of screws, so it's trapped behind all this plastic. So I got this funny feeling that I'm going to have to remove the chute, which is 3 bolts for that, and then remove the 2 screws here. And this one's partially stripped out, so we'll see how that works. So let's get started. Not going to get done by itself. There's a possibility there may be some adult language. So the little screws that took off for the front panel, they were 5/16, and I believe this is 7/16. Might be ½ inch. Yep, ½ inch. And the customer brought his own parts. He got this off of Amazon, and there's the number for it. And it comes with 2 of the primer bulbs assemblies, 2 fuel filters, a couple fuel hoses, a couple spark plug, or 1 spark plug. And his main interest is just to replace the primer bulb. Every last thread will come off, right down to the last thread. And that's what's on the rest of it. So yep. They use conveyor belt, not elevator belt, but conveyor belt. So it's thick on one side, thin on the other. As the paddles to flip to shoot the snow out. Of course, that hole couldn't have been a little bit bigger, so you didn't have to take the cap off and worry about getting debris in there. And voila, we have a motor. Get you close up. Take a look at this thing. Just a 4 horse, probably Tecumseh. Yep, Tecumseh, right there. And well, I should have known that because Tecumseh likes using those great big primer bulbs. And then it does have an electric start. There's your starter button for it. So you just plug it into 110 and start it up. That's all there is to it, guys. So there's your little carburetor, little downdraft. Not a downdraft, but little intake scoop right there. Snow blowers don't have air filters on them because if there's snow on the ground, there's definitely no dust anywhere. So, all right. So we've got to get to that primer on the back side of this. So it looks like it's gonna be fairly easy to get to. So let's get it out of there. Let's get it out of there. Well, hose seems to be in pretty good shape. Still soft and pliable. So I don't think I'm gonna worry about replacing it. You can hear it's still squeaky. Come on now. Golly day. There we go. So there's our new one. Just like the old one. I'll pop it through. And it doesn't take much. It's just kind of keyed in there like that. Just line everything up. There we go. Got her in there. Might need a screwdriver to help you get it in there. Reinstall your hose. Not sure how old that fuel is. It looks red. I wonder if he's using like two-stroke or something. Kind of smells like that store-bought stuff. All right. Let's see if this thing will start. Yeah, that's a lot. Choke. two-stroke oil in it, or two-stroke fuel in it. That's because it's a two-stroke. Just looking at it, you would think it's a four-stroke because it looks like any other Tecumseh or Briggs & Stratton four-cycle motor. Well, it's running. I think while we're right here and the spark plug is right there, I'll go ahead and take care of that too. 3/4 it is. Seriously, come on now. Alright. So an RCJ 8Y Champion spark plug is what I'm taking out of it. Don't look too bad of shape. Alright, there's that. Okay, so I did pull the muffler off just to take a quick peek in the cylinder here to you know, make sure there's not a whole lot of carbon or anything. And there's not a whole lot of carbon there. I mean, there's like a thin layer, but check that piston out. Yeah, those are scratch marks. So the piston is scoring. And the piston actually rotates a little bit in the cylinder from side to side like that. So it's got some wear. It's a snow blower. You know, there's years that go by before, in our area, you may get 2 or 3 years go by with no snow. And then, you know, you might get a year where we get snow. And 2 or 3 more years go by and no snow. So this thing does run. It runs well. I wouldn't say it runs great, but it runs well. And I did put the old spark plug back in it because it ran worse with the new spark plug in it. So I put the old spark plug back in it, and it runs fine. And you know, with the amount of snow we get around here, this thing's liable to last some years. So I will let them know that the piston is scoring. And but it does run. I did change the stuff for him, so we're gonna get this thing back together. And, so I believe that's it. There, spark plug. All we gotta do is put this thing back together, and you do that in the reverse. We took it apart. So hopefully this was some helpful information for you on how to change the spark plug and the primer, or purge bulb I should say, for a 2-stroke snowblower, which is the Toro 2400E. So hopefully this will help some information for you. Hopefully you enjoy the content. If so, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, send me some comments, let me know what you think. Be kind, help people when you can.